Hello and TJF. Happy Black Friday. I hope that everybody is safe and well and that, well, I won't lie, the crazy of Black Friday, the Boxing Day thing, they've really kind of taken back over the last couple of years. We don't have like the stupid lineups, the kind of like WWF style, like Rock'em Sock'em holiday or events anymore, which I'm kind of glad. But I do hope that you find what you need. I know Monday is another big one. Although Cyber Monday isn't as, I guess, intense, right? Like it's all online stuff. But I hope you find what you're looking for. For those who are new, welcome. I did post on my social medias. So actually on my YouTube community page, Instagram, Facebook, that kind of stuff. I did do a Black Friday tarot oracle spread. Something fun to play with, especially when we're so focused in on that consumerism. Speaking of tarot, let's get into what we're doing today. Today, we are going to be looking at that shift into December. We are transitioning from November 27th through the 3rd. We're finishing off November and entering December. It feels like we just, finished summer and all of a sudden we're like, and ho, ho, ho. Yay. Okay. I've chosen one of my favorite decks. This is the Chromatic Fates. It's absolutely gorgeous. 72 artists created this. It was a Kickstarter. Absolutely love it. Then I have, this is the Beyond Lemuria Oracle. So we're going to use these two decks to support us in looking at this week. And from a perspective, we just had a new moon. So the moon is going to be in that crescent shape. I don't know if it's waxing or waning. I can't remember. We just got into Sagittarius. So there's a lot of, we just got into. So we're kind of have a week where we're kind of in a good space. So let's look at this week. What can my friends expect from the week of November 27th through December 3rd? So I will be live again on Wednesday. I'm going to be working on my angel reading. So we'll be channeling the angelic energy and doing a bit of a reading there. So that's how I'm going to, literally that's on Wednesday. So that's how I'm going to transition into December. And for everyone to know, December is it's a nut house for me. So I made sure everybody got the guidance, support, and everything that they needed in December. December's pre-recorded, other than next Friday. I will be doing the reading live Friday. And then it's going to be a pre-recorded situation. Sorry, but I want to make sure, A, you can get your information in a good time, and B, I didn't want to be stressed and trying to rush. Apparently one of them came face up, so we'll start with that one. I love this deck. I think the imagery is fantastic because we do have so many amazing artists who work on this. But if you look at the font at the bottom, my eyes can't read that. But this is the Queen of Swords. So I'm going to turn over all the cards so I can take off my glasses because the camera gets really wonky. Really wonky. There we go. Page of Swords. Temperance. And the Hanged Man. So I can take these off. It makes the camera look really extreme. What does it say in the rear view mirror? Things may look closer. Yeah, it's extremely close up for me. This week, we need to use our head. It's not going to be the easiest of weeks. When you pull the Queen of Swords, know that that knowledge, that control is going to be imperative. Also know that she's learned all her hard knocks through firsthand experience. She has stumbled, she has fallen, she has been thrown off cliffs, under buses, you name it. Trick with the Queen of Swords is that she picks herself up, dusts herself off, and then rules her kingdom. She uses the information and knowledge to her advantage. She doesn't get caught up in that pity of emotion. She focuses in on what she has learned, how it helps her, and how she can make changes. The page talks about that need to look at things from a different perspective. Yes, the Queen wants you to use the knowledge to your advantage. However, the page is encouraging you to look at it from a different perspective. You need to take that step back. We need to have that inquisical energy. Ask the questions from different perspectives, from different sides, to understand the situations, the events more fully, so you can create that answer, the conclusion. You can make shifts and changes. Temperance talks about that balance. We need to make sure that we have that balanced perspective so that we can use our frontal cortex. No matter what challenges come forward, we are able to create the solutions rather than cause more problem. Which leads me to the Hangman, that talks about us causing the most problem for ourselves because it has to be our way. The more we are trying to control and grip something, well, the slipperier it's going to get and the messier it's going to get. It's going to be important that we do take that breath. You are going to have more control over you, your life, and experience if you control you. You can't control others. There's a lot of things that are out of our control, and we hate that. Know at the same time that, well, if we take that step back, use our head, we're not reactive, we use our head, we create solutions, we stay balanced. We are more able to problem solve, creating solutions, than, well, causing more of muck, pain, and challenge. Because let's be honest, the more you're going to grip it, the less you're going to have control. And the more you're going to see that Queen turn from, we're going to use our knowledge, to you and her being under a bus and rolling down a hill. Messy. We don't want that. So let's look at this week. And like I said, we just had the new moon. The full moon doesn't come for another, 2 weeks from now, which Sagittarius just got involved. So yeah. What does the beginning of the week bring, my friends? So the beginning of the week, and I love how all my healings have a tendency to help. On Tuesday, I am going to be publishing a healing on healing fear. Yep, fear. Never done one like that before, but that was what I was directed to do. It was actually pretty exciting. I really enjoy it. It's when I get to going and they're like, fear. I'm like, what? Oh my God, really? Yep, that's what we did. It was fun. So that comes in on Tuesday, and that can help with taking a step back, staying in control of you, because that heart center is going to get messy. I know this one. Some of them I know from sight, but I can't really read that font without my glasses. This is, of course, the Knight of Swords. We need to use our tools. As you can see there, he used his sword and he has slain the beast. I love the gold, but some cards, they kind of went overboard on it, and it kind of gets overwhelming. So using our tools, using our head, we need to stay in control of us. This is a knight. Knights are all over the shop. They have that no fear energy. I'm an adolescent. I'm going to do it all now and go. He's usually the one on his horse charging straight into the storm, not thinking things through, not making sure he's got the supports. He's just going. We need to keep in here using our thinking skills so that we can overcome some of this. We can be open to the ahas. We can stay in control of us. Because when we use our tools, when we use our head, we are going to get what we need done. And let's be honest, as of now, it's a lot of us are in countdown. We have lists long of stuff we need to do. We need to do all these things to make sure that that holiday experience is perfect. So 2 things on that. 1, as you can see here, even the queen has supports. We need to use our supports. This is about using our head, thinking things through. If we try and do everything, what's going to happen? You're going to burn out. Then what's going to happen? Well, you're going to feel that the 8 or the set, well, I guess, the 8, 9, and 10 of swords is going to be nailing you to the ground. And you're going to have the tower come in fast and furious because you're going to burn out. So using our head, planning forward, controlling this night. We need to start doing that on day 1. If we do not, what's going to happen is you will find that things get pokey very, very quickly. Let's go into the middle of the week and how my friends are going to transcend into December. So like I said, Wednesday, I will be live again doing my angel reading. I haven't done it in the last couple months because things have been kind of bonkers. And I got to that day and I usually had a doctor's appointment. There's been a lot of doctor's appointments. I don't need my glasses for this one either. Can kind of tell. The Devil. 15th card in the Major Arcana. As I said, we can't do everything ourselves. However, ego is going to be like, yes, we can. What do you mean we can't? If we don't do it ourselves, it's not going to be the way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I get that. It can be really hard to take that step back. But like I said, you need to take a step back and have it from a different perspective. If we keep doing everything for everybody, we're taking away from their experience and we're burning ourselves out. Fun example. Usually I do all the wrapping because it seems to have been my job that I assumed somewhere along the line. The other day, yesterday I think it was, I asked my son to wrap something and put it under the tree. My husband was in a meeting and I'm like, just go grab paper and wrap it because it's for Dad. It was a box. I thought, it's a box. That's easy. I came home and it was like this organic masterpiece of circular something. I'm like, oh. I was so taken back by that. And it just filled me with such joy. I still look at it and I'm like, yeah, I think that might be his job. Who's perfect. Because and he was so proud of it. Look, Mom. Oh my God. I look at it and I still, like, the tears are still coming. It was awesome. So when we allow our ego to say it's got to be our way, we miss out on that sheer joy of the experience. And that's part of life, is having that joy. Pages are about that fun. So that different perspective, when our ego is like, but it's got to be our way or it won't be our way, and that's not the way, and it's not going to be perfect. What is perfection? Because for me, that was perfect. And yes, we are the crazy family that already have their tree up. I do it because my daughter needs the extra light because she is blind, but has light perception. So the extra light helps. And I don't have to try and hide Christmas presents in my house because I won't lie. I forget where they are and my kids find them anyway. So being mindful of how our ego and that little voice inside our head that says, no, it's got to be our way. No. That inner tantrum is very much what's going to happen, especially at the middle of the week. So taking that into consideration, again, if we're using our head, checking in, we're going to be able to suss that out pretty quick. And keep this in mind, though. It's part of their growth and experience, too. So especially if you're working with kids, letting them take on some of that. Letting other people support you so that their perfect is part of the experience. All right, let's go on to the end of the week. What does the end of the week and the beginning of the December bring my friends? I can tell you December 1, I am going to finish off my series of your chakra. We're going to do a Healing 101 Crown Edition. So that's coming in on Thursday. So you guys will have that. Friday, of course, I'll have my readings. And like I said before, Friday's my last live. The rest of it's going to be pre-recorded for December. I'm so proud of me. I don't have to wear my glasses when I know some of these cards. The Hierophant. I remember this one because it's so unique. It's amazing and so different. It's the 5th card in the Major Arcana. Of course, it's those teachers. Not every teacher is going to be at the front of the classroom. These teachers are going to bring us opportunity for growth, for understanding, for connection. We need to embrace those teachers, whether they be animal, child, person, or spirit. They come in many forms. We just like to say, okay, a teacher needs to be at the front of a classroom teaching. They tell me stuff. No. The Queen, first card we pulled, like I said, has learned things through firsthand experience. She's been knocked down, thrown under a bus, rolled down a hill, thrown off cliffs. She has learned and picked herself up. We need to do that this week. Nope. Well, I was on a roll. I could tell the last few cards. Oh, okay. It's the Tower. I couldn't figure out what it was. I haven't seen this card a lot in this deck. It's the 16th card in the Major Arcana. Sudden changes. I said this week was going to be challenging for you. Why? Because we pulled the Queen of Swords first thing. Those firsthand experiences. I can tell you, your teachers are not going to be what you expect. It's going to be firsthand experience. The end of the week, it's going to have some realization for you. The best way to work with the Tower rather than get struck head on is to be working with the Queen, the Hanged Man, and of course, the Page. Using our head, being honest with self. What is it that you can achieve? And be honest with yourself. Because the more honest you are, the more you're working with the Tower ahead of schedule and you're away from the blast zone. What's more, what help are you going to need? And this is going to be the hardest piece, asking for it. This week, it starts off pretty okay, especially if you're holding into that knowledge and you're reigning in your knight here. But your ego is really going to be connected into that Tower, and you're going to see things start to strike a lot. That release and healing that I'm bringing in on Tuesday will help with that fear, because your ego will connect into that. It connects into the Tower. So use your head. Use your words. It will help you to minimize this impact. Okay. It's never fun to see the Tower, but know that the Tower is here for our support in getting us unstuck. Although at the time, it's really hard to know that. You're like, oh my God. And you get into that emotion pity party. I can tell you that pity party of what was me will get you nowhere. It's going to compound this situation, and you're going to see this Tower keep striking. until we break the pattern, until we make a change or we learn from that experience, it'll keep coming. What further support and guidance will help my friends transcend into December with greater ease and less striking impact from the tower? One way that can also help, because we have so many swords in play, I would look at doing some reflection and intention as we transcend into December, because reflect back on what you've been able to achieve and then look at what is it, like I said, be honest with self. What is it that you can achieve in December? And what are you missing? And what help are you going to need? Star Seeker. You can, and it's kind of hidden here, but he's kind of ascending this ladder to the stars. Remember, we've got lots of supports, both on the physical and spiritual realms. We need to use our words. Sometimes, especially when we have the tower, it's more of a spiritual aha that we're going to get than a physical boom. Know that the pain and fear that comes with the tower can be more impactful if it's spiritual, emotional pain than physical. So asking for the help. And sometimes we don't know who to ask. That's okay. Don't worry. You can just ask, open it up to any and all high vibrational beings. You want the high vibrational beings in there, because if you open it up to anybody, you can get anything. You don't want that. And I usually ask for the support for any and all high vibrational beings for my greatest and most positive good. That way you're staying on the high and you're getting the help you want rather than some help that you don't want. I love it. Shine your light. Don't let the fear of what could come, that anxiety of the could'ves, should'ves, would'ves, oh my God, what is that going to look like? Diminish the excitement of this week. There's a lot of knowledge to be had, especially if we take that step back to let go of some of this false control we have. Because like I said, the more we try to grip it, the more it's going to, ooze away from us, causing us more pain and heartache, which can be connected into the tower. We want our light to shine. Mount Shasta, which is an energetical ley line. It's one of the vortexes on the world, but using those energies to our advantage, whether it be ours, whether it be calling down the universal energy, asking for high vibrational supports, using the energies that are naturally around us, calling in what we need. Again, we have so many tools. I said at the beginning, the knight, he didn't go in to fight the dragon, the challenge, unarmed. He's armed. We need to be using our tools as well. So the energies of the earth to help ground us, because the more grounded, stable we are, the more we're going to be able to use our head. Yeah, right? Crystals, essential oils, calling in energies. This is a big one, guys. Really easy tool that all of us can do at any time. Breathe. Deep breaths. Oxygen is a huge tool. It not only helps to bring down our heart rate, it helps us to use our head. But when we get stressed, panicked, anxious, we pant. We do that shallow pant. And that gets us nowhere. We don't want that. Also be aware of the energies that are around us all the time. Because this is Black Friday. And I love the fact that this card came up. Because what is the one thing that's going to be happening? Frustration. People are going to be very, self-centered. I have to get all this done. I have to, get to all these places, do all these things. So that frustration and reactivity is going to be high. You don't want to be taking that on. Making sure, again, you're using your tools to energetically protect yourself, to dump energies that are not ours so that we're functioning from up here. We're being able to use all our tools. So things that can help, I do have a meditation on my Just You and Me playlist where it is an energetical protection that we do in the meditation. Fantastic, simple way for an energetical protection. Things like selenite or labradorite can help with that protection. Any red or black crystal will help with that grounding. So again, you're using your tools. If you've gone out, say you've had to go to the grocery store or go to work and you're feeling really like overwhelmed, when you get home, take a shower. Dump what's not yours. If you're at work or at the mall or wherever, use water to your advantage. Go to a sink of water and run your hands under it. You don't need soap. You don't need to do anything. You just need to let that energy out so that it's not impacting you in a negative way. We want to use our advantage or the energies to our advantage rather than be bowled over by it. Oh, crown chakra. I love it. It says the unlimited self. Like I said, would be Thursday. I am finishing off my crown or my healing 101, learning about the crown on Thursday. That connection to that higher vibrational self, that connection to the spirit, to the universal energies, very much the hanged man. It's a fantastic way to kind of wrap up 2022. So this wraps up this week. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I hope that this helped you to look into what next week is going to look like for you. And what's more, how you can stay in control so you're not bowled over. Now, if you did enjoy this session, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as it helps people find me on the sea of YouTube. More importantly for you, please do not forget to subscribe and hit that little red bell. I have so much coming forward in December. It is crazy. And 2023 is going to be amazing. So the best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on what's coming up is to subscribe and hit that bell. If you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon and Ko-fi page. I've left links below. You can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you for joining me. I hope that this helped you to understand how you're going to step into December. Until tomorrow, my friends.